Great start. All right. Hi, everybody, and welcome to RightOn, the game show about fun facts that everyone can play. I'll be your host, Rom. I'm excited to kick off a new season of RightOn here today. We've got Borhan, we've got Vince, and we've got Tyson ready to battle it out for week one of what is going to be a playoff bracket series. So we're going to have a week around this week, around in 2 weeks, around in a month, I guess. And then the winners of those shows are going to be coming back for a winner takes all finale. So are you guys feeling the pressure a little bit? No?
A
Who
little
wants
bit,
to
a
win it?
little bit.
Yeah?
Yep, a little.
I love to hear it.
Yeah.
You guys don't seem very excited. We need some energy today. All right. So how the game works, it's a very simple. There's going to be 5 questions. You're going to answer all 5 of those questions. The audience is also going to answer all 5 of those questions. If you get it right, we're going to give you 100 points. If you get it wrong, it's okay. Right on is not about penalizing incorrect answers. It's about showing those shared experiences and how we can learn from those trick answers. So if you get it right, 100 points. If you get it incorrect, that's totally fine. You're going to get the percentage, you're going to get points based on how much of the audience agreed with you. So let's say 82% of the audience here agrees with Tyson. We got it incorrect. That's fine. Tyson gets 82 points. You can see very quickly how there's a little bit of strategy involved with the show. All right. And with that in mind and the bracket system laid out, we're actually going to get straight into question one. If you aren't already logged into our voting platform, please do so now with the code at the bottom of your screen. We want audience engagement. We want you guys to be part of the show. All right, so we're going to get right into question number one. Here we go. Resembling the wooden pegs used to attach soles to the upper part of shoes, shoe peg is a type of which vegetable? Is it A, squash, B, potato, C, corn, or D, carrot? Contestants, make sure you have your pen and paper ready. 10-second timer. Let's go. All right, welcome back, audience. And okay, so now we're gonna get. Can you guys all hold up your piece of papers with your answer? Okay, we've got A squash, and B potato. By Vince. All right, so now it's time to reveal the correct answer, and the correct answer actually, unfortunately, none of you got. It was C, corn. So shoe peg corn is bred for its sweetness, and the kernels inside resemble the upper part of those wooden pecks shown on the last side, used for shoes. Today, shoe peg corn is not typically found, and if it is, it's in canned form, and it's currently used in like the South, sometimes southern part of the United States, not really the northern part, for in like salads and corn dishes. So since all of you got it incorrect, with Vince going for potato and Burhan and Tyson going for squash, we're going to give you points based on how much of the audience agrees with you. So let's start with Burhan here. Why'd you go with squash?
I was just thinking about it, and shoe peg seems like a word that means that something is like tough and like hard. So I went with squash because they're like a harder vegetable.
That's interesting. Maybe also some similarities with the names, maybe a little bit. Both starting. Actually, that doesn't really matter. Okay, Tyson, why'd you go with squash as well?
So I gotta say, when I first was reading all the options, I don't know, potato, corn, and carrot all seem to like have normal names. There's no like, I don't want to say adjective that usually goes with it, like maybe like sweet corn or something like that. But we have like things like butternut squash. Like I don't know, shoe peg just seemed to fit in there. It was like a swap out for it. So
Okay, looking at adjectives, how we can describe certain fruits and vegetables. I love it. Vince, why you were the odd one? You went with potato. Tell me why.
Um, I was taking a random guess. Squash seemed kind of uncommon potato is really common because you can make a lot of stuff out of it. So I thought that would be the common answer.
Yeah, lots of comments. Vince, I mean, we can't do random guesses here. You're trying to win the title. We gotta make sure we're all on the same page. But everybody, don't worry about those incorrect answers. The game show is about learning fun facts and making sure we're approaching questions. I guess trying to put our best foot forward, but then also learning from those mistakes. All right. With the spare time we have before the question one results are ready, I'm going to show the bracket again. And today, February 9th, we're going to have Burhan, Tyson, and Vince going at it. Next week, actually in 2 weeks, stay tuned for the YouTube another show, and then 2 weeks after that, and then before the finale. Awesome. Okay, how are you guys feeling after question one?
Surprised, honestly. I was very confident in my answer. So to see corn, like tiered out of all the answers that I thought would be right. Corn was like at the bottom, so I'm actually kind of surprised.
Oh man. Okay, it looks our results are in, so let's take a look. Okay, starting in the fourth slot, Carrot got no percent of the audience voting for it. Next up, we have Corn, 17% of the audience. Okay, so like you guys, not a lot of people thinking corn. Then the second most popular answer was B, potato, and then the most popular answer was A, squash, with 67% of the audience voting for it. So that means Burhan and Tyson, while you didn't get the answer correct, you still get 67 points for this round. And Vince, you get 17 points for the answer of potato. All right, with the leaderboard now set, let's move on to question number 2. Question 2. What unexpected ingredient does Chef in a Garden like to add to her grilled cheese sandwiches? Is it A, grilled tomato, B, mango chutney, C, portobello mushrooms, or D, fake jam? All right, audience, another 10 seconds to vote. Let's get it. All right, question 2. Let's see what y'all thought. Okay, Vince, D, fig jam, Tyson, fig jam, and Burhan, mango chutney. Okay, one of you is right for this round, and that person is Burhan. The correct answer is, in fact, mango chutney. Chefs like to have this balance, this elusive balance between sweetness and savory. And mango chutney, well, it's got your typical fruits and veggies, but we also add some sugar and we add some spices. And I guess Chef in a Garden likes it. Burhan, you got 100 points for this round. Your total now up to 167, leading the way. Why'd you pick it?
So recently I've been watching a lot of MasterChef,
Hey,
and they throw in a lot of weird ingredients. So I was thinking about that while I was answering this question, and I was like, man, thinking about the show, thinking about what's in a grilled cheese, I feel like mango chutney is like the perfect out of the box choice, but it would still balance well within the sandwich.
I love it. All right, Tyson and Vince. Unfortunately, y'all went with fig jam, but as always, you still get points for this round. Vince, we'll start with you. What's the rationale?
All right. I eliminated A and I eliminated C because those are ingredients that I would put because you're balancing out the um, vegetables with dairy.
Mm-hmm.
But I wouldn't imagine putting something sweet in a grilled cheese sandwich, so that's why I picked D.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay, so you're thinking about like what kind of combinations will work well together.
Yep.
That makes sense. Tyson, why'd you go with D as well?
I was going to say something similar along the lines of what Burhan had said with like MasterChef, but I for some reason remember fig jam being one of the ingredients someone used very long time ago, and clearly I don't have a very good memory, but that is what I based my answer off of.
Hey, I mean, there must be a lot of cooking shows, and I bet someone out there used a fig jam. So all good. All right. Voting results for question 2 are now in. So let's take a look. Starting in the 4th spot, we have, let's see, our least popular answer for this round. We have fig jam. Oh, sorry, guys. 17% of the audience voted for that. So Tyson and Vince will be getting an extra 17 points. Next up, we have C, portobello mushrooms. 17% of the audience voted for that. Then we have D, mango chutney. 67% of the audience agrees with Burhan and the correct answer. And then finally, we have A, grilled tomato. Oh, with no 1% of the audience voting for that one. All right. Great job, everyone, for this round. Doing some quick math, Tyson, we add your 17 to your 67, which gives us 84, I think. And then Vince, you're up to 34. So Burhan in the lead with 167 points. By the way, if I get any of the math incorrect, let me know. All right. Question 2 is done. Let's head to question 3. The world's most expensive French fry, yes, you heard that right, was made at a place called Serendipity 3. The major ingredients used are truffles, goose fat, and blank. Is it A, saffron, B, black seed oil, come on around, C, balsamic vinegar, or D, gold dust? All right, 10 seconds to vote. Let's go. So, I gotta tell you something to start out. I want to see your answers first. Let's go. What do we got? Gold dust, gold dust, gold dust. All right. Okay, we'll see. There we go. So, gold dust is the correct answer. Here's a fun fact for you. If you walk into the restaurant right now and order this $200 odd French fry, you actually can't get it. You have to wait. It's a wait list of 8 to 10 weeks for this, I guess, New York special. It's not for everybody, and some people are calling it crazy. So that's the exact reason it's on the show. All right. All 3 of you got it right. Tyson, we'll start with you. Seemed like an obvious answer, maybe. I don't know.
I've seen enough Mr. Beast videos and the thumbnails topped with the gold food. It was just a pretty obvious answer there. You know, what do rich people love to put on their food for some reason? Gold. I don't know why. There's no rhyme or reason to it, but they love gold on their food. So,
all right. I guess it was pretty obvious then if you watch a lot of Mr. Beast. Vince, what do you think?
Me, it was a similar reason, except it was BuzzFeed.
Oh my gosh. Y'all watching a bunch of YouTube, and it's helping. And then, Burhan, what about you?
Well, gold is the most expensive thing on this list. So
Yeah.
I feel like that would, go on the most expensive French fry.
Were there any trick answers on here that kind of tickled your taste buds a little bit? No pun intended.
I mean, I laughed at the balsamic vinegar
Yeah.
because I thought of the Elmo meme.
I love it. What about you, Vince?
I know it's pretty obvious.
Oh my gosh. Oh, great. I guess we need some harder questions. Well, we'll see. Question 4 and question 5 coming up. Let's get to the voting results, which don't matter for you all, but we'll show the audience anyway. D, gold dust, 57% of the audience, majority getting that one. Next up, we have C, balsamic vinegar, 14% of the audience voting for that. B, black seed oil, no one. And then A, saffron, 29%. Okay, so saffron seemed to be the tricky answer from the audience, although none of you fell for that. So again, doing some quick math, Burhan's up to 267 points, Tyson 184, and then Vince 134. Heading over to question number 4. Let's get it. Which popular candy was used to create a new soda flavor? Was it A, Starburst, B, Sour Patch Kids, C, Jolly Rancher, or D, Peeps? 10 seconds to vote. You know the drill. Let's go. All right. Question number 4. Let's see these answers. Sour Patch, Jolly Rancher, and Jolly Rancher. Okay. I guess we went from really good to. It's okay. We're gonna show the correct answer right here was actually D, Peeps. So the marshmallow flavored super candy, I guess, partnered with Pepsi during Easter to create a sweepstakes event and to create this new soda flavor. All right, Burhan. Oh, did you? Who went with Sour Patch Kids? Yeah. Okay. Why'd you pick it?
Um, I haven't really had sour soda, so I feel like if it was due, it'd be something I didn't really have. So
Hmm.
that's why I went with Sour Patch Kid.
So are you telling me you've had Starburst soda?
I'm just everything else on the list is like sweeter, so I
Okay,
went with something that stuck out that way.
that makes sense. Tyson, what about you? Jolly Rancher was your guess.
I don't know. Like Jolly Rancher seems like an obvious answer. I actually did think of Peeps at first. It was like the odd one out. I was like, okay, maybe it's that, like a contrast to the Gold Dust, maybe. But I second guessed myself and I went with Jolly Rancher.
Ah, the old second guess. It's okay. Vince, let me know your
I
thoughts.
picked Jolly Rancher because I thought you could melt it and then like add some distilled water and then like make it fizz.
Wow, lots of chemistry here. Like you're really thinking about this scientifically. I love the thought process, and even though it didn't pan out this time. All right, this time the points do matter for you all. So let's take a look at the voting results. Okay, starting with D, Peeps, 14% of the audience. Wow. Okay, so we didn't think that one would
Smart.
be the correct answer. Trick question. Okay. C, Jolly Rancher, 29%. So Tyson and Vince will be getting 29 points. Then Burhan B, Sour Patch Kids, 57%. So Burhan's going to be getting 57 points. And then rounding it out with A, no one thought it was Star Bursts. So I guess that one was not as helpful. Okay, so Tyson, we're going to add 29 points to yours. Oh, God, this is when the math gets harder. Vince, also 29. And then Burhan, 57. You know what? We're gonna roll the question 4 slot, question 5 question, and then once I get to the math, I'll tell you. So question 5 is up next. Let's get it. What is Oklahoma's state vegetable, which is technically a fruit? Yes, you heard that right. A, watermelon. B, summer squash. C, turnip. Or D, pumpkin. Last chance to vote. Here we go. I'm still doing the math. One sec. Okay. By my very rough calculations, Burhan has 320 points. Tyson has 213 points, and Vince with 163 heading into the final question. This is where it's all felt. So let's see your results. D pumpkin, and melon. All right. Okay. So I will say someone got it right, and it was Tyson. The answer is A, watermelon. It's been this way actually for a decade, since 2000, when Democrat, his name was Dorman. He goes in there and he's advocating for watermelon to be the state fruit. But then strawberry gets the state fruit. So he's like, well, you know what? Might as well make it a vegetable. And it's actually, surprisingly or not, been a political pawn used by the Democrats and the Republicans. Do we change it? Do we not? And I guess it's a symbol of politics. I'm not your expert in politics. I'm just reading the questions. So, Tyson, you got 100 points trying to make that comeback. Watermelon. Tell me why.
So obviously, from our first question, I didn't trust squash anymore, so I wasn't going with
Oh,
that. I immediately eliminated B, right? And then I don't know, something about turnips. They weren't there. And then like pumpkin and watermelon. Watermelon just seemed like, based on the other questions, I went with the weird answer. So
okay. Hey, I mean, we notice a pattern. We can definitely use it. Burhan, you went with pumpkin. You're
Yeah,
into this round. Why'd you go with it?
it was between watermelon and pumpkin for me, but I thought watermelons were berries, so I eliminated them and went with pumpkin.
I love it. Okay, so we're thinking pumpkin is a fruit, are we?
Look, I don't know that much about plants.
All right, that's fine. Vince, wait, is pumpkin? I'll have to do some more research on that. Vince, you went with pumpkin as well.
Yeah, I
Why'd
was
you pick
also stuck between watermelon and pumpkin,
it?
and the question said which is technically a fruit, and so I thought the obvious answer was that watermelon was a fruit, so I went with the less common answer,
Okay. Uh,
pumpkin.
pumpkin. It's okay. The old 50-50 always gets you. All right. So, as of now, Burhan would win. But we're doing something special for question 5. It is the right on target question. So, you can wager up to the total number of points you had coming into this round, because we obviously don't have the results for this round except for Tyson earning 100 points. Wait, let me read your standings again. Burhan has 320, Tyson has 213, and Vince has 163. Would any of you like to wager up to the total number of points you've received so far, betting that a certain answer is going to be the trickiest for the audience? You're allowed to say no. But if
Yeah,
you're behind, I kind of urge you, since
I'm
only
gonna
one
I'm gonna
person
bet
is.
some points. I'm gonna bet
Okay,
some
what are
points.
we betting?
Wait, what are the standings again? It's
Okay.
Burhan. How many points does Burhan have above me?
He has 320, you have 213.
And then plus 100, it would be 7 points ahead of me, right?
Yes, but you're not allowed to bet. You can't bet 313.
Right,
You can only
right.
bet 213. Yes.
No, I'm doing math.
I'll bet 157.
You're betting? Okay. All but 6 of your points. On
Yep.
which one, though? You got to give me a trick answer if you're going to bet.
Oh, let's see.
And we're picking the one that we think the most people voted for, right?
Yes. Well, no. Trickiest trick answer. So if watermelon gets the most votes, like we don't pick that one.
Okay.
I
Burhan,
would pick
you look
pumpkin.
comfortable over there. I assume are you betting or no?
yeah, I'm betting. I'm just gonna wait for Vincent.
Okay. Who wants to make the first move?
I'll do it. I'm betting
Okay.
pumpkin.
For how many?
157 points.
Oh. D for 157. All right, and your answer for this round was also pumpkin. So I assume you said because you picked it. Like
Yep.
other people might have picked it too.
How many points do I have again?
You have 320.
All right, so I will vote 300 on pumpkin, or bet 300 on pumpkin.
Wow. You're the leader, so you can lose all 300 of those points that you've earned.
I could also gain 300.
I mean, there's definitely okay. So go big or go home. We had one contestant last season who said, "Go big or go home." Nah, I'm just going big. I'm already home. So I assume you're following through with that logic. Burhan is going with a D for 300 points, and you also picked D pumpkin as your answer. So I'm assuming because that was the correct answer, you're also that was the answer you chose. You're also thinking, hey, other people might have gotten it.
I don't know.
Ladies,
I'm really thinking here.
I need
Really,
a quick.
really
We got the results almost ready.
All right. I'm gonna put 100 on summer squash. I'm putting my faith back in squash.
Okay, B
I'm
for
praying it holds
100.
through. 100 points on summer squash.
Okay, so you know that 213. So right now you have 313 points basically with the question 5 added in, and we're adding 100 points can be taken off or added on. Yes?
Right. Yes.
All right. One of you moves on. Let's see who that is. Here's the voting results. D Pumpkin. So Burr way before you guys went with Pumpkin. So we're adding 33 points to your totals to start with. That got 33% of the audience votes. C, which no one cares about right now. Actually, yes, we all care about all the answers. Turn Up got 17% of the audience. Okay, they're praying. Here's B, Summer Squash.
No,
Got 50%
Let's
of
go!
the and then A, which was the correct answer, Watermelon. No one voted for. Okay.
Squash, baby.
Squash, I mean, it's the correct
Squash pulled
answer.
through for you.
So you started, Tyson, with 213 points. We're going to add 100, 313 for guessing the correct answer. And then you also wagered 100 that B would be the trickiest. You're up to 413 points. And that puts you in the lead. I think you won. Burhan, you started with 320. You get 33, so now you're up to 353 for guessing pumpkin. But then you lose 300 of your points, so your final score is 53. And then Vince, you started with 163. You wagered 157 incorrectly for D, so you're down to 6. And then we add 33, so now you're at 39. We have a clear winner. It's Tyson. How do you feel?
Amazing. Squash pulled through, baby.
That was a clutch answer. I thought you were going to go with the pumpkin and just see what happens, but you got it done. Burhan and Vince, I know it's not the result you were hoping for, but what do you take away from today?
Gotta learn more about vegetables.
Yeah.
It's Master Chef, not Master Gardener.
Exactly.
All right. I love it. Thanks for hanging out, guys. I really appreciate it. The game show. We'll be back in 2 weeks for round 2, where we'll see another 3 contestants vie to join Tyson in the finale. All right. This is Rom. I'm with Burhan, Vince, and Tyson. Signing off for now. Have a great Wednesday night, everyone, and take care. We'll see you in a couple weeks.